Hello friends, today our topic is discrete probability distribution and the probability mass function. In the previous videos already we have discussed what are the meaning of random variables and what is the meaning of probability distribution. Now in that type of probability distribution already we know there are two types of particularly random variables. Number one is discrete and another one is the continuous random variable. Now the discrete probability distribution assigns each possible value of a discrete random variable capital X a probability between 0 to 1 such that the sum of all the probabilities is exactly 1. That means the probability distribution which is based on the discrete random variable is particularly known as the discrete probability distribution. The probability of any event is the sum of the probabilities of all the values that make up the event. The probability mass function, that is small in called as PMF, also called a probability function or the frequency function, which characterizes and distribution of a discrete random variable. Let capital X be a discrete random variable of any function. Then the probability mass function of a random variable capital X is given by particularly Px or x, where that is also known as P of capital X. That one is the name of the random variable and small x is the value of the random variable. So here small of Px, that is the probability, always greater than equal to 0 and summation of all Px is equal to 1. Here the range capital X is countable set and it can be written as x1, x2, x3 in that way. If we consider about the discrete random variable, then if we say about the definition of the probability mass function is defined on all the values of R, where R, that capital R, is particularly the set of real numbers, where it takes all the argument of any real number. It does not belong to the value of capital X when the argument value equals to 0, and when the argument belongs to small x, the value of the PMF should be a positive value. Whatever that is written in here, it would be better if we discuss it after some example. Okay, so that is the first one experiment we are catching here. Tossing a fair coin thrice. When we are tossing a coin, we are getting the result as 2. So there is the 3 fair coin. So that means the total outcome must be 8. So the sample space S for the given experiment is by default TTT, tail tail head, tail head tail, head tail tail, head head tail, head tail head, tail head head and head head head. Here the outcomes are not numeric. Now let us define a random variable, and the random variable is here number of heads obtained in the 3 tosses of the fair coin. Now the possible values of capital X are x is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. What is happening here? When we are tossing we are tossing a coin thrice, that means the random variable here, number of heads we can see. So the first outcome TTT, we cannot see any head here. So we are giving the value of the random variable is here 0. TTH, THT and HTT, in these three we are getting 1H. So the random variable value is 1. In the next three outcomes, we are getting HHT, HTH or THH. That means 2 heads are obtained. So the next value is 2 for the random variable values. And 1 HHH has been seen. So the 3H. So that means another value of the random variable is 3. Now if we consider about the probability, that means the total outcome are here, that is 8. Number of no head only occur one time, that means for the case of TTT. So P x is equal to 0, the probability is 1. That means when we are tossing a coin thrice, the number of no head obtained is 1 time, so the probability is 1 by 8. Same as when number of head obtained 1 time, that is 3 times, 1, 2, 3, so the probability is 3 by 8. Next, number of 2 heads obtained, that is also 3 times, so the probability is 3 among the total output or the total outcome 8. And once again 3 heads obtained, that is already 1 time, so the probability is 1 by 8. So according to the PMF, what is happening here? Now we are already known the fact every Px is greater than equal to 0. That means P of 0, or that can be written as Px is equal to 0. P of 1, that is first one was 1 by 8. P of 1, 3 by 8. P of 2, that was also 3 by 8. And P of 3, that is also 1 by 8. So all had the values greater than equal to 0, particularly greater than 0 here. Now summation of all Px is equal to 1. So that means summation of Px is here P of 0 plus P of 1 plus P of 2 plus P of 3, and that we can get the result 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 1 by 8 is equal to 1, and that is our PMF. Now if we graphically represent the PMF, according to x-axis we have denoted the random variable values 0, 1, 2, 3, and according to y-axis we have denoted the Px or the PMF. So in that way we can graphically represent the PMF. For 0 that is 1, for 1 that is 3, for 2 that is 3, for 3 that is 1. Now then what is PMF? Once again, so PMF is nothing, just a function, and we are getting it according to the probability we are founding from the random variable values. Next, discuss the next part. In summary, the PMF is used when the solution that you need to come up with would range within numbers of discrete random variables. So that means already we know the fact for the discrete random variable we are finding the PMF. PDF, on the other hand, is used when you need to come up with a range of continuous random variable. That is not today our topic, but we can say PDF is particularly used when we are using the continuous type of random variables. So PMF uses discrete random variable, PDF uses continuous random variables. And PMF is used in computer programming and statistical modeling. In other words, probability mass function is a function that relates discrete events to the probabilities associated with those events occurring. The word mass indicates the probabilities that are concentrated on discrete events. Here is a brief description or brief difference between the PMF and PDF already have been discussed. In the PMF, we use the discrete random variable, and for PDF, we use the continuous random variable. Next, application of the probability mass function. Already we have said that is used in the computer programming and the statistical modeling. Probability mass function plays an important role in statistics. It defines the probabilities for the given discrete random variable and integrates the variable for the given random number, which is equal to the probability for the random variable. It is particularly used to calculate the mean and variance of the discrete distribution. And it is used in binomial and Poisson distribution to find the probabilistic value where it uses the discrete values. So let's leave the theoretical parts, and once again we are proceeding to the example. Next example. Rolling of two fair dice. When one fair dice is thrown, we get the outcome as 6. So when there are two fair dice thrown, total the outcome would be 6 square or 36. Here the random variable has been defined as capital X, that is number of 6s observed. So the possible values are small x for the random variable 0, 1 and 2. As usual, we can get the total outcome is here 36. So no 6 observed, that means the random variable value 0, 1 head observed and 2 head observed. So the random variable values are 0, 1 and 2. Now if we define the PMF here, only one time the occurrence is from the 36 outcomes that 2 6s has been observed. So for Px is equal to 2, that is the occurrence only 1, so the probability is 1 by 36. Now 1 6 observed, that is the case of 10 times among the 36. So the probability is 10 by 36. And no 6 is observed, that means Px is equal to 0 is occurring 25 times. So the probability is 25 by 36. So we can say P0 is equal to 25 by 36, P1 is equal to 10 by 36 and P2 is equal to 1 by 36, and all are particularly greater than 0. So first condition satisfied. Now for the second condition, the summation of Px must be equal to 1. Let's check 25 by 36 plus 10 by 36 plus 1 by 36. So the total result is 36 by 36 or 1. If we represent it using the graph, then 0, 1, 2 according to x-axis the random variable values, that means the number of 6s, and according to y-axis we are defining the PMF or the Px. So in that way, that is 25 for, that is for 10 and that is for 1. So in that way we can also define the PMF for that particular problem. Now we check another different type of example. The question is, for what value of c, a small c, a constant, the following function here that is given as fx will be a PMF of any discrete random variable that is capital X. and already the random variable values small x has been given 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and fx has been given c into x. Then we have to obtain these 5 particular problems. So first, if we consider that fx as a PMF, then we can simply say summation of fx is must equal to 1, and the values are x is equal to 1 to 5. Just check, that is the random variable values from 1 to 5. Now fx is equal to cx, that has been given. So we can say c into 1 plus c into 2 plus c into 3, as that is cx, c into 4 plus c into 5, or that one 15c. So that is equal to 1. So we can say c is equal to 1 by 15. To fx have to be a PMF. Here summation of fx is equal to c into x or 15c. So that must be equal to our 1. So 15c is equal to 1 or c is equal to 1 by 15. So the next problem. What is the value of px less than 3? X is the random variable, capital X. So x less than 3, that particularly define for two values when we have px is equal to 1 less than 3, 1 or 2. So 1 plus px is equal to 2. So once again, for p x less than 3, we are getting for px is equal to 1 and plus px equal to 2. So that must be in that way, f of 1 plus f of 2. So f of 1 means that is c of 1 plus c of 2, where that means 3c, and already we know the value of c is equal to 1 by 15. So we can get the answer as 1 by 5. f1 plus f2, that one is equal to 1 by 5. The next problem, px less than equal to 3. So when less than equal to, so that means we are getting for f1 plus f2 plus up to f3. So if we get the result, that one is f1 plus f2 plus f3, or 1 by 15, 1 plus 2 plus 3, or that one is particularly 6 by 15, or giving the result as 2 by 5. Next problem, px less than equal to 5, and that is simply without any calculation we can say the result is 1, because the value of f1 plus f2 plus f3 plus f4 and also up to f5. So all the values of the probability, and that must be summation of fx complete. So that must be result as 1, and that is the result. Next, p 2 less than x less than 4. If we consider that one, that means only one value is remaining, and that one is p for x is equal to 3, and that means f of 3 or 3c or 3 by 15, or that is 1 by 5. The last one. The last one is very interesting. If we think about the conditional probability notation, then we can say PB by A, where A, the event has been occurred, and that is the event on the left hand side, event is occurring, and we can write this as P of A intersection B divided by PA. So let's check that one, that event has been occurred and that is occurring. So we can write that one. If we write here Px greater than 2 and Px less than equal to 4, or we can write it Px less than equal to 4 and Px greater than 2 and the intersection as like, that is x greater less than equal to 4. So if we write that one and in that way, so the denominator part is particularly x less than equal to 4, that means up to 4. So 1 minus p of x is equal to 5, and here that means p x particularly greater than 2 and less than equal to 4. So that is the part, x greater than 2 and less than equal to 4. So the numerator part is p of x is equal to 3 plus p of x is equal to 4, and that one is 1 minus p of x is equal to 5. So if we just want to find out the notations here, that is f of 3 plus f of 4 plus, that means 1 minus f of 5, and that is 3 of 1 by 15 plus 4 by 1 by 15 and 1 minus 5 by 15, or that one is 7 by 15 and divided by that one 10 by 15. So that one is 7 by 10, and that is our result. So in that way we can find out the PMF and also the graphical representation of the PMF for discrete probability distribution.